Dubaieye103.8.com.
Let's talk about hate. The financial services providers that we hate the most. The research company Insight Discovery has done some research on this, and joining us on the line is the Chief Executive, Nigel Sillito. Morning, Nigel.
Hi, Richard. Morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks very much indeed. I'm enjoying your rogues gallery of financial services providers. We will get to the recruiters, the estate agents and the financial advisors shortly. But the biggest opprobrium is reserved for credit card providers. Tell us more.
Sure. They actually jumped quite a few percentage points from the time we conducted the same survey 12 months back, along with call centres. No great surprise there, also jumping. And I think the problem with a lot of credit card issuers is that they're not always transparent, and they're not giving people holidays, let's say interest rate breaks, or cutting back on some of the fees for late payments. And this is actually happening in other parts of the world, like Canada, the UK. The mighty Barclaycard in the UK, for example, have given people back home some breaks. And I think credit card companies, could step up to the mark over here by actually helping to give people through this very difficult time some relief on, let's say, interest rates.
I'm looking on the photograph we've got is of you holding a credit card with a pair of scissors. So is that what we should be doing? Should we be chopping up our credit cards at the moment, Nigel?
No, credit cards obviously have a useful role to play. We all have one, and I've got a couple myself. So they do definitely have uses. But I think credit card issuers could start having a bit of a rethink about all these benefits they offer. There's a long stream of, get cash backs, play golf for free, get discounts on restaurants. I think at times like this, it would be better if they actually offered incentives like cutting interest rates for a period of 2 or 3 months. Like you, Richard, you probably got a mortgage back in the UK. I spoke to my bank the other day, and I've got a freeze for the next 3 months, and it was very, very straightforward, which is a big relief. So I think credit card companies over here could win a lot of brownie points if one or two took the initiative to help people during this crisis.
That's credit cards. So they're number one in the rogues gallery. Who's number two?
Recruitment companies, who were the worst last year. And I have many friends who are actually in the recruitment industry. So I think it's worth pointing out that there are different types of recruitment companies. As you'll be aware, you have executive search firms, so I think definitely have a role to play and respected. I think the issue with a lot of recruitment companies is the in-house recruiters, who often, to be honest, failed recruiters, and they never come back to people. And I've helped quite a few colleagues over the years to find jobs, and I find the personal approach, particularly through LinkedIn, is far more effective than actually going through a recruitment company. And maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but they do still have a very poor reputation. And like estate agents, which I know we'll come on to, there's no barrier to entry. You and I, Richard, could set up a estate agency firm or recruitment company tomorrow. And that's, I think, part of the issue.
I'm 48 years. I have no opinion on recruiters, because at the age of 48, I've never had a call from a headhunter.
Oh, come on. You don't get any calls?
Nothing. No. Brandy Scott, have you been headhunted? Tom Urquhart, ever?
Oh, yes. Actually, yes. So have. That's how I end up at the newspaper. Boom.
There you go. Well done. One of us, we're a combined age of 150 nearly, and one of us has been headhunted. Nigel, very quickly, estate agents and financial advisors. We've already got about a minute left. What's the story with them?
Sure. I think everyone hates real estate individuals, wherever they are in the world. I think the issue here is that they tend to always be over-optimistic. They've been trying to talk the market up ever since its peak in 2015, and every year they've been wrong. So for 5 years, they've constantly been wrong. So I'm not suggesting, you do a lie detector test on a estate agent, but I think they need to be far more transparent and honest when dealing with people who are looking to invest in the market here.
There's a thought for Business Breakfast. When one day, hopefully, we get live guests back in the studio, as well as checking their temperature, we should wire them up to a polygraph. It could be good on social media. Nigel, we'll leave it there. Great talking to you. Appreciate your time this morning. That's Nigel Sillito. He's the CEO of Insight Discovery research firm here.